Daniel en Eli is 'n aardse paartjie wat hulself in die nabye toekoms in die verste uithoeke van ons sterrestelsel bevind. 'n Lewensbedreigende krisis aan boord forceer hulle om moeilike besluite te konfronteer en hulle verlede en toekoms in oënskou te neem. Wanneer 'n onverwagse onpad hulle gevaarlik naby 'n reuse swart gat verbyneem, begin tyd uitrafel en ontvang hulle skielik vreemde kriptiese boodskappe oor die ruimteskip se navigasiesisteem. Eli se fisiese agteruitgang los Daniel alleen in beheer van die skip en in sy poging om haar te red, moet hy die moeilikste besluit van sy lewe neem. Waag dit binne die swart gat en hoop om tyd saam met Eli te wen. Of verlos hulle albei uit die oneindige siklus waarin hulle tans vasgevang is. In diep ruimte is selfs reguit lyne sirkels en die heelal 'n rondom talie. SIKLUS is 'n filmkunststorie van liefde en tyd en ruimte en alles tussenin.
About 2 years ago, we were driving somewhere to a show or somewhere, I'm not sure, and Louis told me about his idea to make an Afrikaans sci-fi which plays off in deep space, and I was like, dude, yeah.
So the Afrikaans word SIKLUS means cycle, and that is basically the premise for the movie is a time loop, a time cycle with two people that are caught up in the cycle and they relive a little piece of narrative.
The film poses some really interesting moral questions. The tension is built around quite a small set and just two characters. So the scope of the film, which of course is a great thing for a short film, doesn't try to do too much, but it leaves a lot of enigmas. There's a lot of sort of mystery and some things which aren't really solved. It's definitely a puzzle film in the way that it's been scripted and constructed.
The writing was quite, I don't want to say easy, but it was fun to work off of a very strong concept. It was already, I could see it was thought out and it was already visual, so I could kind of come in there and just help the snowball get rolling.
SIKLUS has boundless potential. The team of people that are involved to make this film, if I had to choose a sort of dream team to make my own film or something, I guess those would be all the people I would choose.
So Albino will be responsible for all post-production on the short film. There's obviously going to be a lot of space sequences. We want to create a very plausible space environment, so any kind of particle effects for creating wormholes, any kind of stellar elements. So the spaceship is definitely not a Star Trek kind of spaceship. It's sticking to the Afrikaans vibe. It's almost like a Bucky in space.
I think it is extremely important with a film like this to have a very, very strong audio element in terms of the sound design and the Foley, because that helps to draw in the viewer into this world and to make them feel like they in this environment with the characters.
Okay, so I'm a visual artist. I make filmic stuff as well as digital media, graphic stuff, illustration and also animation. Do a lot of post-production and then also music.
So basically SIKLUS, I think, has been has been lingering in Louis' subconscious for a number of years. I think he's always had this passion to, if he's gonna make, you know, a cool, polished, finished feature film or short film, there was almost no doubt about it. It was gonna be somewhere set in space. I think if he could, Louis would just sort of go to space right now.
For a country that has some of the best spots to view the stars at, we haven't really joined the space race art-wise. So I think it's great that we can maybe finally join that race, and I think it's also like a baton being passed from the earlier sci-fi stuff that was done here.
I would love to see an Afrikaans deep space sci-fi film, just purely because I have nothing to compare it to. I've never seen anything like that, and you always sort of associate sci-fi with English or Hollywood or international. It would be nice to see like a boer in space, you know.
This is definitely something new in Afrikaans, but I don't like to say that because I always feel Afrikaans isn't a genre, so just doing something new isn't enough. So for me to be part of this, even though it's Afrikaans and is the concept already is new enough for me that it doesn't matter what language it is in.
I don't think this film should be limited to an Afrikaans audience. I think the genre and the content really lends itself to be shown to a wider audience.
At the moment, South Africa is kind of, I feel anyway, kind of cool in the global context, thanks to artists like The Antwoord and Jack Parow and Trevor Noah. You know, it's the right time. It's the right time to make an Afrikaans sci-fi short film. There's almost no way that this film can't be interesting in the international market. Louis composed a couple of nice melodic synth lines and then gave it to me, and I wrote a couple of rap verses based on the sort of world, the story of the film and these characters. It's a classic Afrikaans rap song in the Bitter Einde tradition.
It's just space, man, and we need to explore space. And I think now in the world, with everything that's going on, and it feels like the world is imploding almost, we need to start looking out there, I think.